Good morning, Jennifer Feline here. We've been covering Chapter 1 of Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. It's a great book. And in the last segment, we worked through some very tough and difficult questions. To release the past, we must be willing to forgive. And as we were working through that section, you saw that it was a challenging thing, that sometimes you don't even know that you've been holding on to the past and holding on to resentment until you actually go to try to release it. And again, as a reminder, to release the past and release and to be able to forgive, we were repeating, I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you and I set you free. And I hope that you all walked through that exercise and did that for yourself, for anybody in your life that you needed to set free. We're going to continue with the next section. All disease comes from a state of unforgiveness. Whenever we are ill, we need to search our hearts to see who it is we need to forgive. The Course in Miracles says that all disease comes from a state of unforgiveness, and that whenever we are ill, we need to look around to see who it is that we need to forgive. I would like to add that concept that the very person you find it hardest to forgive is the one you need to let go of the most. Forgiveness means giving up, letting go. It has nothing to do with condoning behavior. It's just letting the whole thing go. We do not have to know how to forgive. All we need to do is to be willing to forgive. The universe will take care of the hows. We understand our own pain so well. How hard it is for most of us to understand that they, whoever they are, we need to most forgive, were also in pain. We need to understand that they were doing the best they could with the understanding, awareness, and knowledge they had at that time. When people come to me with a problem, I don't care what it is, poor health, lack of money, unfulfilling relationships, or stifled creativity, there is only one thing I ever work on, and that is loving the self. I find that when we really love and accept and approve of ourselves exactly as we are, then everything in life works. It's as if little miracles are everywhere. Our health improves, we attract more money, our relationships become much more fulfilling, and we begin to express ourselves in creatively fulfilling ways. All this seems to happen without our even trying. Loving and approving of yourself, creating a space of safety, trusting and deserving and accepting, will create organization in your mind, create more loving relationships in your life, attract a new job, and a new and better place to live, and even enable your body weight to normalize. People who love themselves and their bodies neither abuse themselves nor others. Self-approval and self-acceptance in the now are the main keys to positive changes in every area of our lives. Loving the self to me begins with never, ever criticizing ourselves for anything. Criticism locks us into the very pattern we are trying to change. Understanding and being gentle with ourselves helps us to move out of it. Remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. So do you agree that all disease comes from a state of unforgiveness? She says, whenever we are ill, we need to search our hearts to see who it is we need to forgive. If you're feeling ill or have cramps in your stomach or aches in your back or constantly feeling tired, is there somebody in your life that you need to forgive? And once we do forgive, and even challenging ourselves to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, for our failures, for our shortcomings, she says, I find that when we really love and accept and approve of ourselves exactly as we are, then everything in life works. As we were talking earlier in the chapter, that power is really in the present moment. that we have the power in the present moment to change our thoughts, to have a positive thought instead of a negative thought. Loving and approving of yourself, creating a space of safety, trusting and deserving and accepting, will create